I just remembered you had said that you wanted to put a hat on before we
Oh,
film.
darn it.
Because your hair's a little messy, so...
Oh, also you can tell how badly I'm balding right now, so...
No.
I hate it.
Don't try this at home. This is going on Rusty Judgment.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Rusty Judgment. We are out here at the farmhouse today, and if you don't know what the farmhouse is, you're probably better off.
Well, we were just, we got some kind of bummer news this week about the farmhouse, so we'll talk about that. But we were just admiring the colors out here. We've never owned this place in October, and the colors have been really cool. I think you're kind of up there is like...
Yeah, and back there.
See it. Yeah.
All those back there.
It's beautiful out here.
At home, we only have yellow and green and 3 reds.
That we planted. Yeah. So we don't have these really cool colors, so
No.
maybe we can, I don't know.
I don't think we're going to transplant
shoots
them.
or something or something. I don't know. I want these
that.
colors at home. All right. Well, should we head in the house and we can talk about what's been going on this week?
Yep.
Welcome to inside of the farmhouse. We have appliances.
Yay! That's been a really fun development. It's actually starting to feel close.
It is feeling close. So we have a dumpster at our personal residence, and we've been hauling all of the random junk from here over to there. And so now we're left with like mostly just a almost completed house.
Yeah. So, and because of that, we were like, hey, we should probably get the people from the rental company. So we do want to use a company to rent it out and manage it. Mm-hmm. Tom will still do the maintenance, but they'll be the ones communicating with the renter. So like, hey, we should probably get that person out here to come through it and let us know what they're thinking it would rent for.
So what the gal, what I'm assuming she did was she based her estimated rent on this place off of square footage of the house, bedrooms, that's it.
So even correct me if I'm wrong, she did not seem at all impressed by your beautiful shed.
No, she didn't even want to go inside it. She actually did not even go inside it.
So she came in about $400 less than a month than what we were thinking.
Yes, she also asked, I don't understand the value. What would someone want to do with that? Her words, not mine.
To which Tom is like, that
is
like a man's dream right there. He's like, they don't care about the house. Like, they want the
and then
shed.
she was like, oh, is it like concreted? I was like, no. She was like, oh, is it insulated? I was like, no.
Heated?
No.
Do you want to leave now? So it was a little tough because she doesn't have things to compare it to. They don't generally do rural rentals or in the country rentals. Right. We don't feel like she valued the location, being in the country, although still a really good location, the acreage, privacy, and certainly not the shed.
I'm telling you, she based it off of one solid attached garage, 1,000 square feet, 2 bedrooms. That's all she did.
Yeah. So we have a couple options now. We could say, well, probably maybe that is what it is and run with it. We could just push back and say, no, we want you to try this price. I think the concern with that, because we sold real estate, right? And when someone has an overpriced house, you don't put as much effort into it.
Right.
So the concern would be a little bit like, well, if she thinks it's overpriced, will they still do full due diligence to rent it?
So what we're thinking now is...
Or can she sell it if she doesn't fully know the value of it?
Oh, but sell it as a rental,
rent it.
not sell
That's
the
what
property.
I mean. Yeah.
So what we're thinking about doing now, or considering that now, is we will find the tenant because we know the property and we know this type of person.
How to market it.
Yes, so we will find the tenant. They will do the background check and all that stuff.
Screen them, do the credit check.
And then I will manage it. Which I don't really want to manage it.
So we're kind of going back and forth because we're like, well, we could even just put it, you can hear the road. It's on a busy road. Like we could put a sign out for rent and just see. And then if we don't have any luck getting someone that values it for more, then be like, okay, maybe you're right. Have at it. But
I think we'll find someone.
But obviously the reason we want to do a rental company is because our management company, Tom doesn't have extra time for that kind of stuff right now. Right. And it just, I don't know, you all can tell us if we're wrong. It just seems like sometimes it's sticky when it's the owner directly communicating with the tenants too.
I'm a big fan of keeping my phone number private.
Yeah, and Tom, you don't like confrontation, like.
Well, no, I have a difficult time being civil in confrontation.
Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah. You don't want to be like super nice. You just want to be like.
I can handle a confrontation, but it ain't gonna end well.
And still have a relationship afterwards.
Correct.
So still have a tenant afterwards.
Correct.
So
We're not sure we're gonna do that.
We'll see. I don't know.
But we're very close to being finished. Now it's down to like the super annoying long nitty-gritty punch list of just rando things that need to be done.
So do you want to show some of the things you've gotten done this week? Or?
Sure, it may look like we haven't done anything, but I promise that's not accurate. Appliances are in, connected, wired, plumbed.
Yep.
All the goodness.
Okay.
Cabinets are all mounted, that was done. Grout is done, it is gray. This countertop is on and done, and I had to like put the end caps on.
Yeah.
So this area,
Good.
complete. The island is secured down now, trimmed out, and this was 2 cabinets we mounted together to make one island. So then I had to put a piece of plywood on the backside. This needs to be paint primed and painted.
Yep.
And then on the front side, I mounted the cabinets together.
Cool.
So it's all one, and then installed the countertop. So this outside of the island being painted, which is not my apartment,
Right.
is done.
You should see the beautiful colors outside the window.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we should take the rental pictures soon?
We should. Actually, no, we really should. And then you also got the trim around this window, which looks awesome. I really like how it looks, Tom.
And
knobs.
all the poles are back on.
We didn't end up getting vintage ones for the extra, so
No,
we'll show those.
this is what we landed up here.
But they go well enough, I think.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's all separated enough that nobody's gonna care.
No. Yep. I just remembered you had said that you wanted to put a hat on before we filmed.
Oh, darn it.
Because your hair's a little messy, so...
Also, you can tell how badly I'm balding right now, so...
No.
I hate it. I've been, okay, so here's... I've been taking Keeps is a...
like a tell-all video.
Yeah, why not, right? Keeps is... Sorry, I'm actually getting red now. Keeps is a... hair loss product that is actually being advertised and promoted by many YouTubers of large stature.
Yeah.
I have not seen any kind of success with Keeps. This is not sponsored because I paid for it and it's not working. So
you're gonna
take that with a grain of salt.
Unsponsored video about how much you don't like a product.
Correct.
Okay.
So there's like a bunch of random. I got a silicone the backsplash, and I gotta install the new outlets. Otherwise, the kitchen's close to being done.
Okay.
This bedroom is like my workshop right now because it's cold outside, so I'm cutting things in here. Yeah. So this one needs the most work yet. It needs base trim and the closet doors put on. That's it.
Yeah, but the paint is done.
Correct.
So
the floor's all in and all that. And then the bathroom probably needs a decent amount of work yet too.
It is looking good though. Oh, we don't have light in here, do we?
We do have lights.
Oh, we do have lights now.
So
the vanity looks awesome, and the sink and the gold faucet that nobody likes.
Yeah, so this is all installed now. All the plumbing's done and hooked up. We have
nice.
We have water and all that. The hardware, like the fixtures for the shower are mostly connected. I need to finish. You can come all the way around. I need to install this guy.
Yep. Okay.
That's got to go on.
Cool.
And then the shower should be good.
Okay.
This room needs the most paint yet of all. This needs
Yep.
another coat, and then it needs the ceiling edged.
Yep.
I also need to install the ceiling fan.
Okay.
Because my electrician, who lives near me, has been flaking out on me.
Yeah.
I need to trim inside here. I'm not trimming in here yet until the paint's done because it's easier for the painter, the gal behind the camera.
Yeah.
That bedroom is done. Ladder's in the way.
Yeah.
Cool, put that there. So this room, yuckiest room in that house.
Yeah.
Not yucky anymore.
You can't smell the offensive odor that was in here when we bought it.
Urine
Yes.
is what you meant. You
Look how
cannot
nice it
smell it.
looks. Yeah.
I need these. The closet doors are in here. I need to put them back on.
Okay.
But that I just have to install these guys on the floor
Oh, sure.
and then adjust them.
Okay. Which there was actually some requests for videos on bifold doors. So are you gonna do a tutorial on that?
Why not? So I think then it's echoing in here a lot.
Yeah.
Should we move somewhere else?
Sure.
And then all of my supplies are over here.
Yep.
Otherwise, I mean, we're really close.
Pretty close up here.
The basement. So we brought a washer and dryer here.
Yep.
So I gotta connect those. The basement, we've got like I gotta hang a door for that half bath. Put in a vanity. Like we're really close.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now we just need a renter.
Not yet. Yes, soon we will need a renter.
Yeah. The other thing we're going back and forth with the rental gal was if we would do the lawn care and snow removal or if the tenant would. And
Tom does not want to.
yeah, we had kind of hoped that the tenant would, but she was kind of like, well, they might not do a good job. They might dig up the driveway when they're plowing, so maybe it would be better for you guys to do it.
So I could actually see doing the snow removal and not the lawn care. Lawn care, I think, is easier
Easy.
to have them do or have them hire out. But I like the snow. Yeah, the snow you could totally because this place I plowed it last year. If you put the snow in the wrong spot when it goes to melt.
Sure.
You may not want the water to melt in the direction it's going to melt by how you put your piles.
Sure.
So that could be accurate, and then also digging up the driveway.
Because we did ask her, I was like, well, for single family rentals, like what's the usual expectation? And she's like, well, usually the tenant takes care of their own lawn and snow removal if they rent a house, but this is a little bit different.
Usually it's a place in town. So.
So yeah, that might be a good compromise. Let them do the lawn and then we'll take care of the snow care. So another thing to figure out, and then what do we charge for that? And so
Right, or is it included in the rent and the rent is a little bit more? I don't know.
Which again then just needs to be like really spelled out. So
Yeah.
she also wasn't really familiar. It's LP for gas here for heating, and then that seemed like a whole other can of worms too. So we were just throwing her all kinds of curveballs, I felt like.
Sorry, now that we're going through all this list, it feels like we don't know what we're doing at all, but I feel like we do.
No, I think we have a good grasp of it. I think it's just, you just want it to be communicated well, right, to the tenant, so they know you have to buy your own LP. Like, you're doing this, we're doing that. This is the value of it. So, anyways, I don't know. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want it to sound like we're complaining though, because like I really like this place a lot, and I'm really glad that we bought it. So.
Oh, also we had a farmer come and cut and bale the field in the back, so that's looking
Done.
nicer too. It looked really trashy for a while.
Yeah. So that's all taken care of. So that's good.
Yeah. It'll thicken up over winter, and then next year it'll be
Ready to pasture. So what other exciting things have been going on?
a bunch of stuff. I have concrete in a shop now. About 2 weeks ago, they poured the concrete floor in my shop at home. And so we have a concrete shop floor. And in all of my spare time, I have been framing and getting everything ready out there so that we can start to insulate. Before that, we ran into a snag out there. Because of the roof collapsing here, I'm like paranoid of the roof collapsing on my building at some point in its life. It's about the same age as this building. The trusses are better at my house versus here, but to just make sure that we don't ever have a roof come down, we ordered 9 more trusses, and we were gonna sneak them in from the underside of our building and add some trusses to the middle of the building to strengthen it up. And if you know anything about what I'm talking about, you're wondering, how do you do that with a roof on?
That'll be interesting.
I have an idea. It's not going to
you'll
be easy,
be along for the ride.
but I think it's going to work.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
So we're rocking and rolling over there too. Also, the cracked house, we are getting ready to pour the basement floor there. So like in-floor heat and all that stuff is going in on that property because we want to close that one up before it gets too cold. So we have all the windows to go in the basement, but we can't close that up yet until they stick the concrete chutes down into the basement, pour the floor. Once the floor is poured, then I can close all the basement windows up and have that house ready for me to move over there when I'm done here.
Yeah. So a lot going on. It kind of feels like we've been in the messy middle for a long time. Like that's
Long
why I say
time,
it's
like
decluttering.
for
But
a year, yeah.
I think we're starting, we're seeing the end in sight with this, and even we're just like, if we can just get the cracked house dried in, and then that we'll work on it throughout the winter. There's not really a hard deadline with that. We also need to get the electricity ran to it though before the ground freezes. So that's the only other thing we're like time crunch. And even with your shop, the insulation, if we do spray foam, it's like temperature wise, you don't want to
Yeah, so
too
there's
cold
they don't because it's a metal building, they don't like to spray foam onto a metal building once the temperature gets below a certain degree.
So we're
I
kind
don't
of
know
up
what that
against
temperature is.
a deadline with
Yeah,
that.
so we want to get it so they can insulate that as soon as possible so that we don't run into whatever that issue is that I don't know about. I think it
Otherwise-
doesn't adhere to the metal.
Yeah, otherwise you'd let it sit, right? We'd be
Correct.
like, focus on, like, stay
Correct.
laser focused
Correct.
on here, get it done. But
Correct.
it's like all these things keep pulling you back.
Correct. Just
so-
like the last couple weeks, I've had to bounce around because of concrete guys. So the concrete's done at the shop now. I had a bunch of stuff to do before they could pour the floor. And then same with, then they're like, okay, we're done here. Now we can move over and we can pour the basement floor in your other place in a couple weeks. And I'm like, okay, that's great, but I got a bunch of work to do over there first.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been kind of bouncing around.
Yep. So one of these days you won't have to bounce anymore. It's going to be awesome.
That will be so awesome. All right, well, thank you for watching. I would love it if you subscribe. Did you know that the more people who subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up, the more people who it will pop up in front of on YouTube, then the more audience we get. Isn't more friends better than less? Thanks for watching. I love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.